Plaintiff Frank Pinzone worked with the defendant, and he claims when they became co-workers, the defendant had an amazing work ethic. However, a couple of months ago, Frank says the defendant changed, and he was terminated for stealing. Frank's suing him today for car payments, a loan, and car repairs. Defendant Adrian Cervantes says Frank is not an angel because he used to drive Frank to the club every Friday and Saturday, and he would get back in the car completely wasted. Adrian admits that he fell behind on his bills, but says he had made arrangements to pay after Frank sued him.
Start with you.
Back in 2014, I met Adrian through our work. He applied. I noticed that he was a hardworking man, great standards. So I approached him, saying if he wanted to come to my area. He took him under my wing, did great, would work weekends, would work overtime, work on his days off. About a couple months ago, I started seeing changes in him. Just recently, he actually took a credit card from a fellow employee. He kept the information for himself, and he used it. The fellow employee found out it was him, went up to him, told him that he needs to leave, that he did not want to see him anymore. Adrian walked out the job without telling nobody about the situation. The company's actually been trying to get a hold of him, find out what's going on, and as of yesterday, he got terminated. So I don't even know, but yeah, he got fired.
You know now, you're getting public notice. And, sir, how long had he worked for you all before these changes came about? And he started stealing
I've known him for about 3 years.
He's been working for you all for 3 years. He was great and just recently.
He was an outstanding guy when I first met him.
Sir, let me hear from you.
Your Honor, so he may be dressed all snazzy and looking great, but it's not really who he is. I used to drive Frank to clubs every Friday, every Saturday, get back in the car, all wasted, drunk, talking about the girls he met in there and girls he would dance on and big old boobs they had. And
did he use somebody's credit card to pay?
No.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
I was in drunk driving. He was driving for me. He's a Lyft driver.
That's a good point. And so, go ahead. What else you want to tell me that he has done that proves something about his character other than he does what 80% of the other men his age group do? Go to strip club and make it rain with money in the air? Maybe he the one had that credit card so he could make it rain, right? You never thought about that, did you? Just because you had it. That's why you never thought about it.
Judge Mathis continues in a moment. Judge www.judgemathistv.com. Plaintiff Frank Pinzone worked with the defendant, but he claims the defendant was fired for stealing.
He's accused you of taking a fellow employee's credit card. Did you do it? They say you've changed your behavior on the job. Have you done that?
I'm still a hard worker.
No, that doesn't answer my question. You're a hard worker when you're there. He's suggesting that your pattern has changed altogether and you're no longer a good worker and now you're a thief on the job. What changed? You on drugs?
No.
You just want some new tennis shoes?
No.
Did you take your credit card? Why'd you do it after all these years? Sounds like he's saying you're one of the best workers there, sir. And I'm not trying to ridicule you. I'm trying to get you to explain or make sense to yourself. After 3 years, did you ever hear that you were one of the best workers? Did they ever praise you? Okay, sir. He just doesn't want to talk to me. All right. Go ahead, sir. What are the car payments for?
I actually got a phone call from the financial company in June of this year that no car payment has been made since March. I called him about it. He was not answering. He finally called me back, and I asked him, like, what's going on with the car? He said that he was making the payment. I'm like, dude, you're lying. They just called me, and he admitted, I was like, okay, I'm sorry, I couldn't make the payments. I was scared. Had other priorities. I don't have the money. So I actually have this card note.
Did he agree to repay? Did he agree to catch up?
Yeah, on there he agreed to pay the payments for the vehicle of $2,140.
Sir, you tell me about the car payments and the loan.
So it was for, we had co-signed on a car together. and I had fallen behind. And when he had called me, I had called it
When did you co-sign? When did
November.
you get it?
November.
November? And when did you fall behind for the first time?
I believe it was March.
March.
Yes.
In November to March, you paid fine. So what changed in your situation in March? Because you paid every month since November. What changed?
I just fell behind. I got
I
behind.
say,
on that.
what changed?
I
You
got-
were ahead. You were on time all along.
Yeah,
So it must have met your budget. What changed with your budget?
I fell behind on everything.
Why? Okay, you can't answer questions. I think something changed. I think you're on drugs of some sort. And you work a perfect worker, the best worker, for 3 years. You paid the car note that he co-signs for several months. No problem. You steal a credit card, stop the payments, and you can't tell me why. That's why I have to speculate. When someone changes dramatically and starts stealing and poor work habits come along. So you don't want to say anything. So I'm going to grant this man his judgment. He has a promissory note where you agreed to pay him, sir. $3,143. You don't have a drug habit?
No, I don't.
Have a good day.
I had arranged to make the payments on the vehicle, and he didn't want me to.
Well, that's what the note was for him to make the arrangement. The day came, and he said he was broke. So that's why I filed the suit. So he's lying again. Bye, you don't work with me anymore, so.
See ya.